Blizzard rolled out a hotfix with some balancing changes that take Doomfist a notch down. But is that enough? Let's find out. Hey guys, I'm Dimsys from the Omnic Post with an update on Overwatch 2. With the launch of the Winter Wonderland event earlier this week, Blizzard introduced a series of balancing changes that had Doomfist players rubbing their hands together so hard that it started random fires. Support players found themselves waking up in a pool of sweat as their dreams were haunted by a man with a huge fist and a notebook filled with witty quips. On top of that, Surgeon was still dominating on high ranks and the supports were sent back home with 5 extra bullets. Am I the only one that thinks that is starting to sound like the plot for a Hunger Games movie? In any case, Blizzard heard our feedback, and 2 days later they came in with a hotfix. It seems that they have fixed their hotfix still. One thing though, we were actually in a game yesterday when the hotfix dropped, and we got this screen stating, applying update, forever. We got stuck there. We actually had to restart the game. Maybe go back to the old system, where you tell active players to restart the game because there's an update. I think that worked perfectly fine. But I am really happy that they're back to applying these quick fixes. Now let's have a look at the actual changes. Doomfist was reined in a little bit. He gains a little less health, and he will have to work a little harder to get his old punch empowered. My first impressions after the update were rather positive, but we need a little more time to see where this ends up. I mean, a skilled Doomfist will still be able to disrupt your backline, but you know, that's fine. They earned it. They're good at Doomfist. I just don't want any random guy that picks up Doomfist to kick the hell out of me. Next up was Orisa, which kind of surprised me, especially since she got a buff. I mean, I like Orisa. She's a powerhouse, or a power horse. See what I did there? Because she's on 4th. Alright, never mind. I'll just get my coat. Blizzard raised the fall-off damage on her primary fire from 15 to 25 meters. That's substantial, at least on paper. But the real fun thing is that they changed her ult. Her ult will now pierce through barriers. I know one German that is not going to be happy with that change. I actually played that German myself. And as a Reinhardt player, I do get it. I mean, I think we're going to be fine. I think there are bigger issues on our mind right now. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Next up, Ramattra. As I suspected, they buffed his survivability. They raised his armor in Nemesis form, and his shield in Omnic form is now on a shorter cooldown. They're small numbers, but they're definitely going to make a difference. The surprising change is that they raised his speed in Nemesis form by 20%. That is kind of, big, no pun intended. And I mean, it definitely helps with his flow when he's in Nemesis form. Thing is, it also boosts his speed when he's using his ult, because you get kicked in Nemesis form. And that speed boost is actually the opposite of what I expected him to do. See, there's 2 ways of dealing with Ramattra when he's ulting. You either run away till everybody's out of reach and it basically stops, or you focus him down and kill him. Now, if you're in a pre-made team or in a random team that communicates, killing him is definitely going to be the way forward. But in random quick play groups, yeah, good luck. But I get it. Putting your foot down feels more impactful than another ult that has you running away and hiding. Lore-wise, you also need to put your foot down. But we'll see if the community can learn to band together and kill that ill-tempered hulking Roomba. I'm in so much trouble. Over to DPS. Surgeon was nerfed on 3 different levels. Her mobility by putting Power Slide on a longer cooldown, her control with Disruptor Shot not slowing down enemies anymore, and her damage by adding extra spread to her primary fire. We'll see how this turns out. I mean, it was mainly the higher tiers that had issues with Soldier. Thing is, at some point they run into the risk of making so many changes that they ruin her on every tier. It really is not easy to balance these heroes over all these different tiers. I'm actually working on a video on that topic that should be out by Monday. Moving on, Tracer got a small nerf, with the damage on her pistols being reduced by 0.5. The invulnerability on Kiriko's bells was lowered, another hit for her general utility. And Ana got a nice buff. Both the damage and healing on her rifle was enhanced, and the duration of the effect on her grenades were enhanced. From my first test yesterday, these changes to Ana really make a difference. But in the end, the nerf to Kiriko and this buff for Ana were the only support changes we got. Again. But it is a hotfix, so I think we'll have to wait till the next big update to get any meaningful support change. Alec Dawson, the lead hero designer for Overwatch, talked to Flats and Emong on their streams, and he did say that more changes are coming, but they mainly talked about tanks. See, Roadhog was going to get some changes in this patch, but there were some technical issues. They hope to implement these changes in January, in what I think might be the mid-season patch that they're talking about, but it seems that Hog's days of one-shooting squishies might finally be coming to an end. Alec actually said that they have a soft rework in mind for Roadhog. Reinhardt and the Junker Queen, however, are next in line to get a buff. Reinhardt will most likely see the damage on his fire strike raised again. And according to Alec, the Junker Queen is getting some spicy changes. Spicy changes? We'll most likely get more info after New Year's. But tell me, what do you think about this recent series of changes? And what do you think spicy changes are? Let me know in the comments. Join me during my streams on twitch.tv/DamesTV and make sure to subscribe for more updates on Overwatch.